what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today, this afternoon, I was scrolling through the social medias as one does because Patrice was being a complete a-hole and I really had nothing better to do waiting for the pain meds to kick in. But I found this article and I've done a video once in the beginning of my channel where I talked about like my planner is a 3-card pull for tarot every day. And this article is what tarot card aligns with your zodiac. So I figured, hey, this would be cool for a video. And we have a Jeb coming. Come here, buddy. Here's a Jeb cat. My big boy. Hey, my big Jeb boy. Okay, is that all you wanted to say? Huh? That all you wanted to say? He's such a sweet boy. Okay. No, you go this way. Okay, thank you. Anyways. So I thought, okay, well, we can go through this. I like tarot. I want to know if my zodiac and my tarot cards could line up. Well, I'm sure they could. I'm really into tarot. I really would like to get more into astrology. So that's my new goal of life, I guess. So let's go through this. And then I wanted to take a test or a quiz to see what tarot card I am and see if that aligns with what my zodiac tarot card is. So I just thought that'd be a little fun. So let's go through this. All right, so Aries, okay, New York Post, for real, is the Emperor. I got my cards out. So the Emperor, Mr. Man on his chair. So the Emperor is sitting on his throne with his scepter. Oh my gosh, with his scepter and globe in each hand. Represents stability, rules, and authority. Every symbol on this card is representation of strength and power. The Emperor may be old and wise, but he is strong and stubborn and represents the result of taking firm and deliberate action. I could see that. I know a few Aries, and that kind of is. So, Cardinal Fire Aries is represented by the Emperor card, the marriage of will and wisdom. The card depicts a stately male figure seated on a throne adorned with ram heads. Oh yeah, right there. A nod to the symbol for Aries and a very heavy metal furniture choice. Okay. So Aries is ruled by Mars, a planet oh my god, words are so hard today. Planet of drive and desire, and the Emperor is will made manifest. That made no sense, or maybe it did. Both the sign and the card remind us that we must be ever prepared to take up arms, literal and metaphorical, but only when the fight serves the collective. It is not enough to rule, you must protect. All right. The lesson, there is no true power without purpose. Well, that's deep as F. Wow. All right, on to Taurus. So the Taurus is represented by the Hierophant. So here's Hierophant. Kind of this popey dude. So the card is the embodiment of ritual, tradition, and conformity. He can be interpreted as the need for acceptance from others and to fit in with society. The Hierophant suggests adherence to rules and principles, which could indicate being part of a group of people, whether taking the role of a mentor or regular group member. The established system of rules is comforting. So the fixed earth of Taurus is associated with the Hierophant or Pope in the major arcana. The word Hierophant is a combination of the Greek hieros, meaning sacred, and phanein, meaning show, reveal. literally translating to one who reveals the sanctified. Okay. You think I would edit all of these out, but I'm not going to because we're keeping it real over here. I can't read big words out loud. In my head, I can read just fine. She says that nobody else would know. Okay, anyways. So Hierophant was the distinction given to the priests of the cult of the grain goddess Demeter, who initiated the faithful into Eleusinian mysteries. Okay. The card is a reminder of the ordained responsibility to bowl, herd, to bridge the sacred and the ordinary, to keep eyes cast towards the unknown and hooves pressed into the sure, unblessed dirt. So basically keep going forward. All right, that's more Taurus-y if you take it in that. All right, I can see it. So Geminis, I'm gonna just throw this out there. I have awful luck with Geminis. Like, me and Geminis just do not mesh well, whether it be male or female Geminis. I'm sorry, Geminis. Sometimes we just can't work. We just don't work out. So the Geminis is the Lovers. So the card meaning is obviously it represents love, attraction, and relationships. The man and woman are symbolic of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. They are overseen by an angel, blessing them and reminding them of heavenly influence. Behind them are two trees of temptation with a serpent perched in the tree behind the woman. The serpent and the trees are symbolic of temptation. The Lovers can also represent choice. So not always about love. Remember, I'm gonna throw that one out there because every time I get the Lovers card, I'm like, this doesn't pertain to me. And then it's like, well, okay, it's not all about love. So in the major arcana of the tarot, Gemini is represented by the Lovers. That's literally what I just read. So the Lovers cards relates to Gemini through the concept of mirroring, a summons to look at life, others, and the universe at large as a reflection of the self. Okay. Yeah, I guess some Geminis can... Yeah, so... I see it, I guess. Okay. So, a Cancer... My stepdad's a Cancer, so let's see if this bodes. So, for a Cancer, it's the Chariot. So the card meaning is a chariot with its triumphant occupant indicates forward motion, success, and willpower. Although the sphinxes are of opposite color and pulling in opposite directions, the chariot still moves forward through the willpower of the driver. The chariot rider wasn't given any of his possessions, he earned them through dedication and personal achievement. Just with that, Chariot 100% a Cancer. Yeah, 100%. So, let's see. Behind the Chariot is a river, and Cancers are water signs. So, interesting. I would understand. I see that. Okay. So, for Leos, my niece is a Leo now. They are Strength. Strength is a card that shows a woman subduing. Oh, this is not bestiality. Subduing a savage lion. Strength obviously represents strength, but a calm, patient, and efficient strength. It indicates a proper use of power, compassion, and persuasion to achieve one's goals. The Strength card is counter to the Chariot in that the power of the individual is subtle. It represents quietly influencing others to accomplish one's goals rather than outwardly tackling the challenges. Yes, I could see that's actually a pretty good one for Leo. And Leo rules the heart, and in kind, the Strength card shows us the balance to be sought between fire and fortitude. So I would 100% agree that Leos our strength. That's really odd. That's cool. I like that. So Virgos are the Hermit. Mr. Hermit. So the Hermit is walking alone atop white mountains, is a symbol of introspection and solitude. He has achieved much as indicated by his position on the top of the mountain range. His lantern is meant to guide his own journey as well as the seekers below him. Even though the Hermit has submitted the mountains, he is still searching for answers. Cool. That's cool. All right. So Libras. My uncle's a Libra. So Libras are represented by Justice. So here's Justice. So justice is simply the representation of fairness and balance. It reminds us that we are always responsible for our actions and that there are consequences for everything. Justice also represents truth. It encourages finding truth through facts and by being thorough. Do not be too hasty to deal out judgment before knowing the full truth. Honestly, my uncle. He really will try to find that thorough, in-depth, whatever you're trying to do. He was good in debate and stuff, so I see it. Anything, a deep sense of justice acknowledges all aspects of reality, ordinary and non-ordinary, life and death, keeping them in the balance without either of them prevailing. That's an interesting. Okay, so on to Scorpios, and Scorpios, I get the Death card. Now, everybody always assumes the Death card is so bad. It does not portray actual death. Like, no one's dying. So the card meaning. Death card shows a skeleton clad in black armor atop a white horse. 3 people beg to be spared by death, but death is inevitable. Death in this instance should not be taken literally as the end of life. It signifies the end of a cycle and beginning of a new one. It indicates transformation of the individual to a new state of being. So, this energy is not to be misunderstood as grim, but it's urgent, a call to the conscience of the ephemeral nature of time and be present in each moment. That's very... That's a good way to look at it too. Be present in the moment. Things have to change. New cycles begin, old cycles end. It's how life goes, and that's okay. On to Sagittarius, and my brother is a Sagittarius. So, and he is a Temperance. So here's our Temperance. The Temperance shows an angelic figure, neither male nor female. The angel has 1 foot in the water and 1 on the ground, showing us that we need to stay active but remain grounded and practical. That is so much, my brother. Everything has to be practical. While one might have an extravagant imagination with many ideas, it is important to have a purpose and transfer our imagination into reality. Wow, if that doesn't scream Jake. I think that fits a Sagittarius. I'm sorry, it does. On to the Capricorns. The Capricorns get the devil. So here's the devil for Capricorns. Again, it's not supposed to be symboled as a negative. So this card shows the horned goat of Mendes holding a torch down towards the earth. He also holds 2 naked humanoid figures, seemingly captive. However, the chains holding them appear loose and they have grown horns and tails, becoming more like the devil. The devil shows us that once somebody succumbs to initial temptation, it becomes more difficult over time to free himself. Seeing the devil encourages an acknowledgement of an issue before it becomes too difficult to solve. So if you're getting the devil, you just want to kind of check in with yourself. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What should we maybe change? Which, I think, yeah, my sister-in-law is a Capricorn. She very much sometimes is okay, this isn't working. What do we need to do to make it different, better? All right, Aquarius is the star. See a star, darling. And the card, the stars is symbolic of a renewal, faith, and spirituality. It shows a naked woman pouring water out of 2 vessels to continue the natural cycle of fertility. There is a large star in the background with 7 smaller stars, each of which represent the chakras. The star represents a time of personal growth as one develops a renewed appreciation for their blessings. I don't know if I know. I do know a couple Aquariuses, which, yeah. So, let's see. Does this tell me anything different? Nope. Okay. So now on to the Pisces. So I'm a Pisces. And my card is the Moon. So the Moon card indicates intuition and a powerful subconscious. There are several contradictory symbols on this card, such as the full and crescent moon, the wolf and dog, and opposing pillars. The Moon card reminds us of both the tamed and wild aspects of our minds, and that both are useful. The Moon can also signify a time of uncertainty where things aren't always what they initially seem. During this time, it is important to trust one's intuitions. And I would say that's actually very fitting for me because I'm a very intuitive person. I spend a lot of time looking within. So I say that one fits. So as a Pisces, we're looking to see if when I take my What Tarot card am I quiz. So now we're going to take the What Tarot card am I quiz, and we're going to see if we get, for me anyways, the Moon. And I can link this in the description if you want to go through and see if you get the card of your zodiac. And I can also list them below, what was what for what. Or I can even link the New York Times article below also. So let's start this quiz. So pick a place. A gorgeous campsite. I have friends, a backpack of necessities, and the world to explore. A cozy cottage. There's a warm fire, fuzzy blankets, a table of food, and a lush forest outside. Okay, that one sounds lovely. A treehouse in the clouds filled with my favorite books, a diary, and a telescope. Okay, that one sounds great. A penthouse apartment in the city filled with everything on my Amazon wish list. I'm going to take the treehouse in the clouds with the books. Choose a dream career. A travel guide, a therapist, a professor, an entrepreneur. I would say this. There was a hot minute I was looking into going back to school to be a social worker, to do therapy. So let's try that one. Your friend is upset. What do you say? This is only the beginning. Everything will be okay. Just wait. You're not alone. I love you, and so many others do too. Every challenge makes us wiser, more resilient. Every challenge makes for a wiser, more resilient you. Buck up. You can do this. Get on your feet. We're going to go with You're not alone. I love you, and so many others do too. Which interests you most? History, art, philosophy, science. Philosophy. What's your zodiac sign? I am a water sign as a Pisces. Which statement sums up your thoughts on love? It's thrilling, especially at the beginning. It knows no limits. It can be distracting. It's one of life's amazing challenges. Yes. We're gonna go there. What's your superpower? I'm hopeful. I see a bright future ahead of me. I'm creative. I feel connected to my soul and the souls of others. I'm introspective. I know myself inside and out. I'm resourceful. I can always make something out of nothing. I would say I'm creative. Which quote speaks to you? New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. The most important thing in life is to learn how to give love. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. I'm going to say with knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Even just naturally. Pick a meaningful life event. Stamping your passport for the first time, falling in love, writing a book, owning a home. Let's go with falling in love. Not even just with like a significant other, but just anyone for that matter. How do other people see you? Exciting, adventurous, energetic, relaxed, nurturing, attractive, intelligent, curious, introverted, hardworking, capable, confident. I would say intelligent, curious, and introverted. So many people are like, oh my gosh, you're so smart. And I'm kind of like, thanks. Not really, but thank you. Choose your favorite season. I do like me fall because Halloween's the best season. How old is your spirit? I have an old spirit. Let's see what my results are. Oh, interesting. So the Empress wasn't even on the Zodiacs. So what does the Empress mean? So the Empress, you're draped in fine threads and sitting on a royal throne with stars in your crown and a great forest surrounding you. You exude divine feminine energy. As the Empress, you embody grace, abundance, nurturance, and creativity. You're an artist at heart and a giver by nature. In touch with the mystical world around you, you seem to know things that others don't, and feel things that others can't. The Empress shares her unique cosmic peace with everyone around her, serving as a guiding light and loving friend. And because of this, you're totally adored. You know what? I can see this. You know what? I'm good with this one. I will take the Empress. Like the Empress and the Moon, I will take them both. I think I'm a good Empress and Moon. An Empress Moon. There we go. That's what I am. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, share it, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment, do whatever you want to do. Honestly, just so happy that there are people here watching me. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a little bit and learning some stuff on tarot. Isn't that great? And as always, tell your mom I says hi, and peace out, Girl Scouts.